Lamau XD.
Lamau. Alright, so, shit. What's up, everybody?
Just got my dick sucked by a huge black dude. His name is Josephine.
How we doing, everybody? How we doing?
Good. Fucking fantastic.
Remember, nobody introduced themselves. Nobody needs to know who we are.
Of course. Nobody cares.
Absolutely does not fucking matter, so let's get this shit started.
Hell yeah.
Yeet.
Having a colon with the boys, we're gonna talk some shit. Nobody cares who we are, they just wanna hear us speak.
Hello, everybody. I'm Rondo's cockslut.
Oh, this is true. I mean, you can introduce yourself that way. That's fine.
No.
Okay, so first of all, I just want to say, for this episode, we have with us a special guest, WonGak13.
Thank you.
Thanks for being with us. He lives at a Zen center, and I honestly don't remember how we ended up meeting you. I don't remember how you ended up in the Discord, but I'm glad you came along because there's a lot of questions I would like to ask you.
I'll be happy to answer any question you'd like. It's a really weird story I have.
Oh, go ahead and tell us, I guess, from the start.
Yeah.
All right. It was about 4 or 5 years ago. I was senior in college, and I have this. So I major in jewelry, and my jewelry teacher was always saying, "Oh yeah, jewelry and metalsmithing is a lot like Zen." And at that time, I was like, "I don't give a fuck."
No, I'm sorry to interrupt, but like when you say jewelry, do you mean like do you do like wire wrapping and
no,
things
like
of that
real
sort?
jewelry, like stone setting, forging, smithing,
okay.
The real deal.
Right, not that wook shit.
Yeah, not that crafty crap. So I was doing that, and I've been doing traditional martial arts, Japanese jiu-jitsu for a long time. And my teacher was always talking about koans, which are kind of like these Zen riddles that I'll explain later. So what happened was my life basically went to shit, and it was really hard, depressing time, and oh, okay. I guess I didn't like my story, but fuck him. Anyways, it was a real depressing time. I'll spare you the real shitty, sobby details. All I know is that I got real fucking depressed, and I was born in this area. It was a local area, and around there there's a Zen center, and it's called the Province Zen Center. And I said, what the fuck, everyone's talking about this Zen, everyone in my life is talking about this Zen, maybe the Zen can help me get rid of this depression, like, completely stop it. Because when you think about Zen, you think about all these guys are blissful, and like nothing fucking bothers them, and, it's a completely, beautiful scenery and all that. I was like, I want a piece of that. So, I started going, and immediately after my first one-day retreat, I found that was not the fucking case. In Zen, you kind of digest everything, like all your emotional baggage, and like you look at it, and then you're able to kind of put it down. Or it's not like blocking everything, it's really accepting everything.
Right, it's really examining everything, because it's interesting to me, that you have these experiences, because personally, when I was in prison and when I was in county jail, I started getting into mindfulness meditation, and I found that the same thing, it's not all peaches and cream. It's not, you just instant bliss. You have to examine yourself and everything bad about yourself that you don't like, and you really have to learn to accept that and dig deep down into that hole and then try to dig your way back up in acceptance of all of those things.
Yeah, that's really like that's part of what Zen is, but like really like you said, examining is an important part. It's like, what am I? Like, everyone goes around, and the founder of our school used to say this. He started in Korea and moved to Providence in 1972, and he opened up this Providence Zen Center. He used to say, everyone has this I, and everyone goes, I am this, I am that, I want this, I want that. But he used to say, well, what is this I? Where were you born? Where were you before you were born? Where did you come from? Where did this I come from? When you die, where does this I go? And like, you ask this sincerely, like, what am I? And you keep asking and asking and asking. And he used to say, keep asking until you get to don't know. And like, this was his thing. We get to this don't know mind, this clear mind that just looks at everything. It just sees that the sky is blue and that the grass is green. And that's what we try to get to. So I started practicing, and I was like homeless at the time, and I was telling these two people who are actually very close friends of mine now about my situation, and they had said they had similar situations. They were both homeless, and but they got better. But the funny thing, as soon as I said I was homeless, one of them, without even thought, just ran up the stairs and ran all the way back down and just handed me this giant box of cookies, like without even thinking. And that's like a real part of the practice too. It's like when someone's hungry, you feed them. And
right.
It's just without thinking. You don't think about, who are they? What have they done? Why are they like the way they are? You just fuck that. Just feed them.
Right. And I mean, even, excuse me, before I even got into, mindfulness meditation and all of that, I kind of subscribed to the same thing. Like, when I was in my active heroin addiction, I'd be down in the city and there would be people on the side of the highway, panhandling or whatever. And there was one dude that I would always see because I'd be in the same area most of the time when I'd be copping. And I see the same dude all the time. And every now and then I would just say, hey, you know what? Get in the car. We're going to go to Popeyes. I'm going to feed you.
Yeah.
Because, like, you know what? He may be out there. He may not actually need the money. He may not actually need the food. But from what he's presenting to me, he's telling me he's homeless. I'm going to feed him. I'm going to make his life better for a day.
Yeah, that's really what that mind we try to get to. And so I did this for a while. I started practicing for a few years, and I did a few retreats. And then after a while, you kind of want to be a part of the community. And one of those ways is taking 5 precepts. And precepts aren't like you would think. They're not like commandments. They're very bendable and flexible. And you have this huge ceremony, and those are like some of the pictures I had shown you guys on the selfie
Right.
server. That was my 5 precept ceremony. And really, they're just like, I vow to abstain from taking life. I vow to abstain from taking things not given. I vow to abstain from misconduct done in lust. And I vow to abstain from lying. And I have vowed to abstain from intoxicants taken and to induce heedlessness. Now, they all sound really set and solid because it says vow. But in our school, we say, if you don't know what to do, keep the precept. But if it's gonna better someone else, then break it. Know when to open it and know when to close it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so we have a little bit of freedom in our school. So basically, the school was established, like, it's 100 temples across the world, and it was established in 83, and Providence Zen Center is the head temple. it's really huge place, 50 acres, and it's just like really scenic. So after I took my 5 precepts and I started practicing for a while, everyone's kind of asking me, "Hey, Chris, do you want to move in?" And Chris is my lay name. WonGak is actually my Dharma name. So they were like, "Hey, do you want to move in?" And I was like, "Sure." And there's a set schedule for everything in the Zen Center. Like 5:15, you go into the Dharma Hall and do 108 prostration bows, which they're not like little bows, like little things like that. They're all the way down to the ground and all the way up.
Right.
So it's a bit of a workout. And then we do chanting for about 45 minutes, and then it is about a half hour sitting.
I'm just curious, you said WonGak is your Dharma name. Is that something that's given to you through the Zen Center?
Yes. After you take your 5 precepts, they give you a Dharma name. So Won is the family name that I was given with 5 other people. It means complete, and Gak means enlightenment. So my name is Complete Enlightenment.
Oh, it's very interesting. I like that.
Yeah, it was really special, especially when you go up there and they're like, "Okay, your name is WonGak." And they're like, "What does it means complete enlightenment?" And they go, "What is complete enlightenment?" And you have to like answer on the spot. So it's like I said, a Kangon or a koan. So usually how we start a Kangon or a koan, we answer all questions by a hit. And after that, they go, "Only that." And at that time, I just looked at them like, "The floor is brown and the walls are white. What else do you need?" And they're like, "Oh, very good."
Wow.
So, everything is as it is. That's pretty much enlightenment. There you go. You figure it out. You all figure out enlightenment. It's just the present moment.
That's very interesting. Thank you for your story, WonGak.
Yeah, wow, that was really, really interesting, actually.
Ramona, are you here?
Yeah, what's up?
Were you the one that suggested the topic of the gender-neutral female Santa? Because I don't remember who suggested that. I just know I put it.
Yeah, that was me.
Okay, what is the deal with that? Because I don't know anything about it. I just put that in this fucking topic stock.
So basically, a bunch of people don't like that Santa's male and think it's toxic masculinity. So they want to make Santa gender neutral or a female.
But did they address like what specifically makes Santa like toxic in that way?
I mean, like, it's based on Saint Nicholas, who was a male, correct? Am I wrong about that?
I don't know. I think you're correct.
Yeah, Saint Nicholas, and like in Germany they call him, Klaus, and that's where Claus comes from. So that's a really like specifically male name. I don't know. They'd have to change the name for it to be gender neutral.
People are just uptight. I don't know if there's any reason other than it's toxic masculinity and like, he's a guy and he's like the main icon. They're like, guys have had the image way too long.
Like, has this been like a big controversial thing as of late?
It was like a week ago, but you know how news headlines are now, where they're big for like 2 days and then nobody gives a shit anymore.
Yeah, the same way with memes. Memes fucking come and go within a week.
It feels like just another
like
add-on to the war on Christmas, which, I mean, that's totally not a thing, but if you watch Fox News, they make it a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Fox News makes anything a thing.
So it just feels like the opposition of like, oh, there's a war on Christmas. So it feels like it's something generated by Fox News to be like, oh my god, the left want a gender neutral Santa. We've got to fight that.
I don't really know.
Like, personally, I've never really like saw Santa as just his gender. I just
No.
saw it as like this figure that gives presents.
Right.
He's
So
sort of
it's
like a mystical figure. He's magic. He can be whatever he wants.
Right. I mean, like I said, it was based off Saint Nicholas, but like Santa specifically is more of just a concept. So
How do we know Santa doesn't have a pussy?
Touche.
True. But I don't know. Like even like, I mean,
Well, I mean,
if we
if you've gone to the mall and you sat on Santa's lap, some people might have figured out he's male.
no,
Santa gave me a present, alright.
Santa.
Oh, whoa, what's this, Santa?
Oh, whoa, Santa.
Oh, what's this, Santa?
You're a nice ho-ho-ho.
He's packing a fucking chimney in there.
Oh my god.
Damn.
God damn.
No, but like
real.
real talk though, like I personally like even if like I just don't see the point or the idea of like changing Santa in any way, shape, or form. I mean, he's just a jolly fat guy, and I think that's how most people associate him.
Listen, bad boy, that's what you don't understand. He's a fat American white male.
I mean,
Scum.
he also has a wife who takes over this female role. So we do have both a male and female figure in this. I guess we'd call
He
it
beats her ass,
mythos.
domestic abuse.
And
Christmas lore.
and I don't think like Santa Claus' wife's role is undermined in any way. Like she literally helps with the presents. She helps out with like all Santa's little helpers and
I thought she was a
all of that.
housewife.
So, I mean,
She does all the management. She makes sure all the
Yeah.
elves are on goddamn time. I bet you she whips the hell out of them.
I'm sure she does. I mean, those elves, I'm sure they're pretty unruly at times.
They're lazy fucks. We all know
I
it.
fucking know.
We all know it.
elf abuse.
I mean, any other general Christmas discourse you want to get out of the way? I mean, it is that time of the year. It's the 21st. We got 4
Me
days.
too, bandits. Cold outside. Purge them. They're bad.
I'm sorry, what?
All I heard was it's cold outside, and that makes me think of the song. Now, have you heard about the Me Too movement have gone after it's cold outside?
Yes, actually, I
Yeah.
did. Where the
It's a shitty
guy
song.
is
Who cares?
I mean,
Trees.
I do agree. It's pretty rapey song.
right, but they made that version where the guy's constantly trying to tell her, "No, please, just go home. It's okay. You can go home."
I like the Lady Gaga version where she's telling him it's cold outside, and he's like, "No, I gotta go."
Ah,
That was.
Who's Lady Gaga?
Huh.
I'm not gonna respond to that at all. You know what? If someone's gonna be Santa, fuck it, make it Lady Gaga.
Yeah, why not?
I mean,
Why not?
yeah, that could work.
I mean,
Sure,
she's still
absolutely.
packing heat, though.
Why
There's
not?
still gonna be
I
a
have
nice chimney.
solved the war on Christmas.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Got him.
In my bag this year for you children, I have a bag full of meat costumes for you to wear freely.
Yes, perfect.
We're all fucking gonna look like that fucking meat character Oni made in the fucking VR shit
Oh
video.
no.
Oh, yes.
Meat from Mortal Kombat.
We're all gonna look like the fucking baby from Eraserhead.
Oh,
gonna
stop,
look like,
stop, stop,
Boss
stop,
Baby.
stop, stop, stop. And anybody getting anything exciting for Christmas?
Not Christmas yet, retard.
It's I don't know because I love like the surprise factor, so I don't know shit about my gifts, but
Yeah.
it better be fucking good.
I
Or
mean,
else I'm
like,
gonna go on
okay,
a fucking
let
murder
me,
spree.
let me rephrase it. What did you ask for Christmas?
I asked for a Switch.
Same
I
here.
didn't ask for shit, I'm
Same
not
here.
12.
Oh.
I'm 23 and I still ask for gifts because
Yeah,
I'm fucking childish.
I'm 23.
pathetic.
I'm 23, and I also asked for a Switch. So you know what? Fuck off.
We're both man babies then.
Y'all both
I
have
asked for a
autism.
Switch too.
I'm 30 and I got myself a Switch. So you children need to knock it the fuck off.
Okay.
But also,
I'm
I
sorry.
asked for a ton of silver and gems and jewelry and things like that to make more gems and jewelry.
You know what? I
Wow.
have an uncut ruby that if in DM sometime, WonGak, if you want to send me an address, I would gladly send you if you want to, cut it and make something out of it.
Yeah, I have to. That's actually on my list of things is a gem cutter and a gem sander. That's like on my list. That's a really expensive tool, but I definitely.
Did I hear Bernie
Yeah,
Sanders?
because I mean, like I have a tumbler, but like the tumbler only does so much.
Yeah. No, there's this really cool like giant radial disc that has a diamond burr on it, and you use that to facet the stone. It's really cool. It's really expensive though.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But yeah, Christmas is going to be pretty interesting with my family, mostly because they found out I had converted over to Buddhism, and my grandma's like, "You're Catholic till the day you die." I'm like, not so much.
Yeah, my grandfather was a Catholic minister, and they've been trying to talk me into the whole God thing for a long time, and I just don't know how to approach it and tell them, like, I'm spiritual. I believe in a higher power, but, like, not in the way that you want me to.
Yeah, my aunt doesn't want me to come home in shaved head and all gray. She's like, "Don't surprise me and become a monastic." And I'm like, so I'm kind of half thinking of going to Christmas in a bald cap and just wearing monk clothes. Be like, "Gotcha, bitches."
So I mean, with that out of the way, Ahegao Squad, Obsidian Phoenix, anything new and exciting going on? I can't remember if last week Fumes had been released. Had it? No, that was 4 days ago.
Nah.
So
We just released it. Oh.
I'll let you say that.
Oh, we just released it recently. That was something me and Ira made. Or Ghoulie and him had made that song, and then he was like, "Hey, you want on this?" And I got on it, and it was a Ahegao Squad after that. And then also there's another Ahegao Squad song. There's a few coming soon, but the next one is with you, Rondo. It's the one with you and me. And then whenever Nico Mimi sends the verse for that one song, the one Ira, that'll be released, and we'll get our other verses done for that song. It's gonna be really good.
Wait, hold on. The one with you and I, which I have so many things I'm doing right now. Which
It was the one I sent you the other day. That was an older verse of mine that I had a free spot on that I actually liked.
that's right. Okay. Yee. So that's coming. I personally, I'm working on, last week. Oh, well, Lilly wasn't on last week. 2 weeks ago, Lilly said he released his final track for the year. I am currently working on my final solo track for the year. Hopefully it'll be out within the week. It's called 191 Circles. It's very personal to me.
That's a pretty dope title, actually.
Yeah,
Is
it
it
was
about 191 circles?
No, it's really interesting. I had a dream, like a very lucid dream, maybe a week or two ago, and in it, I was with one of my deceased friends who overdosed on heroin, and it was kind of like how you see in movies where if somebody's about to die, their life flashes before their eyes. It was like that, except it was my experiences with this individual just flashing before my eyes, and the only conversation or contextual anything that stuck out to me was him telling me the address 191 Circles. And so I chose to title the song that.
Cool, I like
Sweet. Yeah.
that. It makes I didn't get the name, so that's cool.
So that explains that. Oh fuck! What what beat were we talking about making last night, Ramona?
I have no fucking idea. I just remember you telling me that we were gonna collab on a beat, and then
Jinx.
no context.
No, there was context. Jinx. That's right, Shay.
Jinx.
It was Jinx. We're making a Jinx beat. We are making a Jinx beat.
Cursed.
Oh goodness.
So
I'll download it
cursed.
tonight and make a beat.
Oh, that is so happening. Let's see, what else do we got here? Shay, actually, while you're here, how was your experience seeing Ghost?
Oh man. Okay. It was so interesting because like I've only gotten into them like recently, and it was just sort of like a spontaneous thing where I was like, all right, I want to see a concert this year. So I decided to go with Ghost, and they were pretty cool. Like, I was surprised because there was like families there. Like, people had their kids.
Yeah, there's a really young audience for Ghost, which I find very interesting.
Yeah, I was just like, they got meet and greet passes. And the kids were so excited. I was just like, oh my god, my heart. Like, it was so pure. But I wasn't as close as I, like, suspected I would be. But it was still, like, super fun. Like, they put on, like, incredible performances. Like, there's not a dull moment.
That's good to hear. I always love great live experiences. I think some of the absolute best stage presences or, like, live experiences I've had have always been with Avenged Sevenfold. Their fucking stage setting has always been amazing. Their pyrotechnic work, their props, everything about Avenged Sevenfold shows are always amazing.
Really? They're better than Coheed and Cambria?
Yes, actually, I've seen Coheed and Cambria, and like other than, I can't remember the fucking guitarist's name for the life of me. The fucking poopy-headed dude. But other than him playing solos with his teeth, yes, Avenged Sevenfold shows are much better than Coheed and Cambria.
Wow.
He played with his teeth.
Yes, he did.
That's interesting.
On the topic of concerts, we, I think it was on the Double D podcast that Max, Ramona, and I were on. We paid tribute to Steven Hillenburg, rest in peace, F. Ween, apparently, for the first time in like 15 years, played a show, and they broke out Loop-de-Loop in honor of Steven Hillenburg.
Aww. Sweet.
Oh man.
So I thought that was a wonderful tribute to the
I
creator of
have no
SpongeBob.
idea who that is.
So wholesome.
The creator of SpongeBob?
I'm sorry, that Double D. I'm so sorry for the Double D podcast, by the way, because I was out of my mind.
That's okay. I mean, at least you made it here this time.
Yeah,
You did.
last time was hilarious. So the way Ramona came in and she was just so fucking high, that was
Well, I mean,
like
last
the
time,
perfect entrance. The perfect entrance. Ramona just comes in and it's just like Ramona comes in and like it's like quiet for a couple seconds and we just hear hi.
Or like, so we asked the whole time. We were like, she's probably jacking off and getting high. We asked you, hey Ramona, what were you doing? Jacking off and getting high. We knew it. We knew it.
It was so good.
I mean, the two just go hand in hand.
I even asked Lilly, I was
And
like,
if you can do both of
She
them
was-
with each hand, then you've made it. You
Then
really
you made it.
Did you ever just simultaneously come and hit the blunt at the same time?
I have.
What?
It's
Max.
incredible.
I thought you only take edibles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max. You liar?
Alright, well, I've been exposed, I guess.
Fucking canceled. Get that boy out of here. No longer in the
Max
Eagle
is
squad.
canceled.
Max, did you also say you've come and hit the blunt at the same time?
I mean, I may or may not. You never know.
Because
What is it saying?
I thought you were saying only I ate edibles because I've come and hit the blunt at the same.
No, I wouldn't doubt you, Rondo.
Well, I've been called out as a fucking liar. What are people gonna think of me?
I'm so sorry.
Well, to make up for it, Max, when we were talking about everything going on with the Ahegao squad and Obsidian Phoenix, I didn't get to you. Do you have anything on in the works that you're working on?
No, not really. I mean, I'm just playing around with very loose concepts, but I got nothing like set or nothing concrete I'm working on.
What you have sent us, though, I am really fucking with, so please continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, like I'll probably just keep dropping like single tracks until I come up with a concept or idea that I feel, hey, I can make like a little EP or album with this.
When's our mad villainy happening?
I don't know. I need to be like in the right mood. I need to have like the right type of inspiration. Like I can't force that.
I feel you. Eventually, though. Eventually.
I know. I want to so badly, but like I'd rather do it when I feel like I can like make it sound right, rather than just make like a half-assed forced project.
Right? No, don't force it. Please don't force it.
Force it on me, though.
I'll force it on you all day.
We'll take that after the podcast.
Ooh. Oh, I'm getting all.
We're getting a little too horny right now.
That's gonna go straight to E-fucked.
Oh, we fucked last night.
Can I just tell you right now, you look like the Predator. 10 out of 10.
What?
Shit, you were there for that, weren't you?
I think so, yeah. I think I might have locked it away in the darkest parts of my mind.
There was this black chick that came in and he just was like, can I be honest with you right now? You kind of look like the Predator.
Yeah, I remember that.
God.
Going a couple weeks back, we had talked about everything that had gone on with Beside You, and just as a little follow up, I just wanted to say that from what I've been seeing, he's still deleting tweets, so you know there's a little questionability there, but he does seem to be sober, does seem to be doing well. I hope he stays that way. I hope.
Yeah, same.
I sure hope he's not taking a gamble.
I swear to fucking God.
Oh my God.
No, I mean, I personally like. I'm still kind of like half and half on Beside You. I mean, of course, I'm happy that he's improving. I'm happy that he's feeling better. But at the same time, I mean, it all happens so quickly. So I feel like we shouldn't just forget about everything right away. It's gonna take a little bit of time to like regain. I feel that, at least from me as like a listener, like I feel like, you know, to gain my respect again, it's gonna have to last a little bit.
Yeah. There's got to be some time to recover from that, and that's what worries me, is that there's a lot of other producers and people in his field that, excuse me, sorry, I'm so sorry, that are really supporting him right now. And as I mentioned the first time we talked about this, I don't think that's what he needs, because if he has that support, it's just enabling. Yeah. Making him feel like, you know, oh, I got away with it, so I could get away with this again.
I think we should all laugh at the fact he gambled his fans' money away. That's just funny, but like evil at the same time. Like when I heard that, I died laughing.
I mean, it's just fucked. I mean, there's no denying it. It's just fucked up.
Yeah, nothing about that was okay.
No.
But
like, in no alternate dimension or universe is it ever okay.
Yeah, but it's good comedy. Good job, Beside You. You did good. Good on you. I support you.
We love you, Matt. That's your name, right? I'm just gonna shut the fuck up on the subject.
I support Beside You the same way I support Tekashi69.
Oh.
Oh?
Ramona.
I'll drink to that.
Cheers! I'm drinking my beer to that right now.
Oh.
I'm not planning on getting drunk, so I'm just gonna enjoy my Cola Zero.
You're what?
I'm gonna overdose on melatonin.
I have a Mountain Dew
Hell yeah.
Kickstart and a stout brewed with coffee right next to me, plus my anxiety medication, so I'm liable to do anything right about now.
Perfect.
Sounds pretty good.
Sounds pretty good.
Can I do a beside you thing where I'm like, I need to pay rent, and then I just get a whole bunch of booze for the podcast?
Well.
Help! I'm behind on rent.
How many of you guys play? How many of you guys play Pokemon Go?
I do.
Not a faggot.
I used to. Like, I used to when it was, like, at its peak of, like, its popularity. My friend talked me into trying it and did, like, twice, and then I realized it was a little dumb. I guess I could see the appeal, but
It was
no.
shit towards the release, but they've improved a lot. And apparently now Niantic is worth about $4 billion
That's
Holy
crazy.
shit.
based on just Pokemon Go.
Well, my aunt plays it, so I don't know.
It got a
how to feel.
huge boost now that Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee is out, because you can now transfer your Pokemon from Pokemon Go to the Switch.
Right.
Oh, right, yeah.
And so I think that has a lot to do with it. So its stock price is increasing heavily. I probably should have invested while it was in this shit phase, but hey, whatever. Lesson learned, hindsight, right?
It really be like that sometimes.
It really do.
They don't think it'd be like it is, but it do.
Yeah.
I mean, it was backed by, Game Freaks, so it was bound to be huge. I think we all made a huge mistake.
Yeah, because gamers are freaks. Oh, I saw what you did there. Oh, you're so funny.
Let's see. On the previous topic of, there's a lot of works about to enter public domain in 2019. So sampling that we could get around a lot of that. I believe it's anything that was produced in 1923 or prior is entering public domain as of January 2019.
I love
sweet.
sampling shit from them too. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Try to pull up.
Let's just sample porn.
Fuck yeah.
Did I feel good?
I love how I can hear my echo on Ira's end. I'm so sorry, by the way.
Lily, are you here? I feel like I haven't heard you.
Yeah, I'm just listening.
You're just listening? You don't have anything to say?
Not really.
I mean,
Okay, buddy.
can we please put, like, when we title the episode, can you just be like something and Lilly plays Skate 3?
Oh.
You got it.
Call it
But thank you so much.
Lilly plays bootleg Tony Hawk.
Oh.
Shots fired.
Okay, so it's just 1923. It says at midnight on New Year's Eve, all works first published in the United States in 1923 will enter the public domain. So it's just anything from 1923. So hey, you know what? You find fucking the stage adaptation of The Picture of Dorian Gray. You want to sample that? Go for it. Fuck me to tell you no.
You know, someone is gonna make like a lo-fi beat tape, and it's just gonna be called 1923.
Yeah.
I'm going to sue them.
I own none of this work, but I'm gonna sue you.
I own all of it. I am 1923.
I am the year 1923. I was born in 95, but I am the embodiment of 1923.
I identify as 1923.
I sexually identify as the year 1923.
I'm gonna move to California and tell people that I identify as 1923, so that if they tell me that that's not okay, I can sue the shit out of them because it's.
I identify as California. Fuck you.
I can't believe you would take advantage of me like that.
I identify as Bat Boy.
Oh?
Oh, whoa? What's this?
Oh, whoa?
We'll see our fusion dance for our penises.
Yes. Yes, Ramona.
We had planned on talking about the disappearance of HentaiHaven. At the time that we put it in the topic stock, there was no explanation, so we planned on speculating. But now that we know, let me read their "This is goodbye" message. It says,
One second. Hey, HentaiHaven owner, I'm going to fuck your mother in the asshole. Why would you do that, you cunt? All right, go ahead.
I agree with you. That's a fair.
Same.
Their goodbye statement. HentaiHaven was born during a time when fan subs were pretty much dying. New shows were subbed weeks after release. Most sites had lackluster interfaces and didn't give a crap about the content they were putting out. HentaiHaven changed all that. But as a wise man once said, every journey must come to an end. And unfortunately, it ain't the happy kind this time. There's plenty of options out there now. Fan subs are faster than ever. Streaming sites are better than ever. There's no longer a real need for HentaiHaven. We've done our part. Now it's up to the rest of you to carry the torch. Thank you for visiting and supporting us over the years. It's been a wild ride and you will all be sorely missed. Sayonara. Fuck your cultural appropriation, bitch.
Oh.
Did
Yeah,
he
the website was
actually
kinda
say that?
shit.
No, I did.
Oh. I was like, huh? Oh no, HentaiHaven's gone.
Wow.
Sad.
So sad.
I'm so upset.
Lucky needs to come back so we can do this tape review.
Sad dicky hours.
Sad
Yeah.
hours.
Prior to the tape review, when Lucky comes back, 2 days ago was Beneath the Toxic Jungle's birthday. Happy birthday to Beneath the Toxic Jungle, and thank you, Rav, for creating Beneath the Toxic Jungle.
Thank you, Rob. I
Oh,
appreciate
yeah.
you.
But applause, everybody. Give it up for Rav and especially Christina Applegate.
Okay, cool. Next.
Yes, I'm.
Stop.
Hands off.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Beneath the Toxic Jungle, Rav, you're awesome. Thank you for creating it. It was I don't know, like the album was like really interesting because I felt there was such a growth on Rav's character, and like I don't know, it was like you listen to that one and then you listen to Hyperkinesis, like he's matured so much.
Yeah, there's a very
since
stark
that.
difference, but the maturation is very clear, and I love it. I love it. Fucking Beneath the Toxic Jungle for me was actually, it was a really, really helpful thing for me because at the time it was one of the first times I had gotten clean, and it was right before I went to prison. I was working at a job. Excuse me. I was working at a job where I would work overnights. I had no supervisor. It was just me. I just cleaned floors in grocery stores. And Beneath the Toxic Jungle came out. And I would listen to that to get me through the nights. And I think around the time that Beneath the Toxic Jungle came out, B-Sides and Rarities Volume 3 also came out. And both of those together really helped me get through that first period of sobriety because I was white-knuckling it the whole time. And just, you know, knowing Rav and what he's been through and hearing the music that he's created and what he's done and thinking to myself, you know, this could be me. I could do this if I stay sober. Really, I don't know, just having those albums, collections, albums, however you want to call them, available to me during that time was really, really important to me. It influenced me to create a lot of music. It was when I wrote a lot of what I have released now, or I have on private that I plan to re-record. I wrote it during that time. I don't know, man. Beneath the Toxic Jungle just means a lot to me. I'm actually I'm disappointed I couldn't get a physical copy, but that's because he did that, like 2 weeks after I got out of prison, so.
Yeah. No, I don't. As much as I'm a fan of Rev, I don't know him to that personal point where I can I don't know his exact story or background, but it's still like one of those albums where it's still like it speaks to you and you feel like you know the artist. Like there's a lot of questioning about one's own self, your own character, your rights, your wrongs. Like there's doubts and there's success, and there's a lot of different things that are being expressed through the track list, and I think it makes for a solid album. Like even the features on the album, from Familiar Faces, Square, and Kill Bill and stuff, like everything makes sense.
Yeah, and especially Adderall always stuck out to me because at that time, my girlfriend and I had been going through a really turbulent time. We were living together, but we were separated. It was a really, really, really weird time, and it was hard for me. And I don't know, just the opening lines of Adderall where he says, she was in my bag of insecurities, I was a bag of immaturities. Yeah. That just, I don't know, that really spoke to me, and it really opened my eyes a lot to what was going on in my relationship at that time. Just that one line, just that one bar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel you. Something I really appreciate was the last track, 1,000 Years in the Mountains. It's such a strong finisher for the album, and I feel like through the moods of the album, like all the ups and downs, it finishes off in a it doesn't go super experimental and massive by any means, but it finishes off just fine. Like it's like a really really cool tune to go and end it with.
Do you not count Tachyon, the bonus track?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's true.
Tachyon is incredible.
But it was like a hidden, do hidden tracks count? I mean, yeah, I mean obviously it's part of the album, but it's does it count within the?
It's on the track listing, and I'm pretty sure on Spotify as well.
On the track listing, I know on Spotify, and I think it's on Bandcamp as well.
It's not for Bandcamp.
It was a hidden track on release though.
Okay. No, because I could count it in, but it's just was it part of the narrative of the album? Was that fair to say? Was it part of it?
I see what you're saying, and
yeah.
I think I might need a re-listen. Maybe
I don't think it was part of the narrative. Because like I said, I think it was actually a hidden track at the time that the album was released.
Yeah, I mean, my bad if I got anything wrong. I haven't said that.
I could have said something wrong too. Retarded. Ramona said 1,000,000 times I'm autistic, and she's not wrong.
She's not even. She's
Never am. I'm always right.
We know.
Yes, honey, you're always right.
Slobber's dick.
That's how you make relationships work. Just tell the woman she's always right.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was really fucked up.
Hand on hip.
Oh my god.
In my experience, if you don't, you usually get hit with a car.
With a
What?
car?
What?
I've had some screwed up relationships. Let me tell you, the last time I told a girl she was wrong, we went to bed angry. She then dreamt that I cheated on her, punched me in the face, and as I was running after her, she got in her car and hit me with it.
Whoa,
Jesus
Christ.
What is this Mr. and Mrs. Smith shit?
Holy shit. I'm so sorry.
I stayed with her for
Jesus.
3 whole years.
That's sad.
Was it like a misery situation where she had you broke your legs in your bed though?
More like broke my soul.
Damn, I feel that. Sorry, dog.
Nah, it's fine. I was 21. I was an idiot.
Aren't we all?
Though, man, that's fucking crazy.
She was absolutely nuts. She believed angels used to talk to her.
Oh.
The hell?
And so, that song, now every time that song comes on, she talks to angels. calls her out by her name. Every time that comes on, I cringe.
I can imagine. I don't blame you.
Yikes.
Big yike.
So,
This really doesn't apply to anybody else, but I want to talk about it because it's important to me. Missouri, in the last election, elected to legalize medical marijuana. Who just left?
I did, because I don't, who cares about Missouri?
Wow.
I'm joking.
You come down here to this fucking convention, I'm gonna hate fuck the shit out of you.
Hell yeah, I'm down.
Hot. It's fucking hot.
Anyway,
I'm videotaping.
Missouri elected to legalize medical marijuana, and we were worried that it was going to take, a year or two before we even got facilities to get medical marijuana from. But as it turns out, they're beginning to accept the application fees for facilities beginning January 5th. So hopefully by, middle of next year, we'll be able to start getting medical marijuana. And honestly, if I could smoke pot, that would fix so many of my problems. Like, if my PO would just let me get a medical marijuana card, I would never have a fucking problem again. I wouldn't need these anxiety meds. I wouldn't need any of this shit.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah.
Basically.
Rhode Island has legalized medical, but Massachusetts is absolutely legalized everything and is putting in retail stores, I think, in a few months.
Well, medical is the first step towards recreational, and so hopefully, next election cycle we'll go for recreational, but medical is a good first step.
It is a really good first step. I have my medical card as well, and it's helped, especially with a lot of anxiety, a lot of insomnia. Man, my insomnia is ridiculous.
Yeah, my insomnia used to be fucking horrible until I started using CBD mixed with melatonin. I could not sleep for shit.
I have a nice cocktail of Prazosin, Klonopin, Remeron, some weed.
I mean, I use Etazolam for sleep sometimes, but I try not to use too much of my anxiety medication because I don't want to build up a tolerance to it.
Right. I mean, this is not on topic about misery and medical marijuana, but I'm just gonna say, I wish it was more viable and it was, or that's not the right word, but it was more widely available, and it wasn't so looked down upon to have marijuana in usage for medical stuff. Like for example, with my anxiety, or whenever I've tried it, whenever I've gone high, I feel like all my anxieties, all my worries and stuff like that is lifted off me, and it's worked better than any other anxiety medicine I've taken before.
Yeah, no, absolutely it does. And I mean, it doesn't alter your memory the way that most benzodiazepines or anxiety medication does.
Exactly.
And I was talking to Wong about the Magic Flight launch box the other day because of the art that he showed looked similar to the art on the Magic Flight launch box. I used to carry one of those around, small little handheld portable vaporizer, works off a AA battery. You only put 0.2 in a trench, but you take 2 hits off of it and you're not baked out of your mind, but you're high, you're comfortable, your anxiety's gone. I felt like using that, I could, function on a day-to-day basis just using that. And that's not even that bad. I could drive on it.
Yeah, around here, oh my god, it is crazy. If they have the slight suspicion that you're high and you're driving, it's your license taken away for a year. You have to do 10 hours community service, and it's $2,000 in fines.
That's fucking crazy. I have a DUI. It's all taken care of now and it's off my record, but I got this DUI because this stupid bitch was riding over the line and I accidentally sideswiped her because she was riding over the line. I pull over in a gas station and I get out to make sure she's okay, and she starts screaming at me going, "You're fucked up, you're so fucked up, this and that," and I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna talk to you, I'm just gonna let it go. Cop shows up, I make the mistake of telling him, yeah, I'll submit to your field sobriety test because, as we all know, field sobriety tests are made to fucking fail. I wish I would have realized that at the time.
That's absolutely true.
And so he tells me that I failed the field sobriety test. They take me in, and instead of taking my blood or breathalyzing me, which I should have just told them to breathalyze me because I was not drunk, I wasn't high at the time, I was not fucked up at all when this accident happened, but they take my urine. And so a joint that I smoked a week prior pops up in that urine test, and I get a DUI for it.
How does that even prove that you were even high or drunk? Like, that's not proof of anything.
It doesn't, and I think that's why it's all taken care of and it's off my record, because I think the city that it was involved in realized that it was bullshit, and my lawyer even said something to them like, this is, like, not okay.
Rondo wins. Hashtag free Rondo 2019.
Dude, okay. You guys have probably heard it a couple times now. My given name is Ball. And when I was in prison, I was asking so many people to make t-shirts that just said free ball with a picture of a dude.
Holy shit, that's amazing.
That's perfect.
That is great. Well, I've got to hit my balls. I'll see y'all later.
I cannot believe
What a mic drop.
To fucking cut off.
she really did that.
Are you actually out, Ramona? I know you can't hear me.
She left.
Okay, yeah. She's out.
The way the microphone cut off, like mid-scream or whatever that was perfect.
Oh my god.
Perfect. Oh my god.
Ah.
So next on our topic list here, we have a really interesting Twitter post. The Monterey Bay Aquarium made a post of an otter, and the caption says, Abby is a thick girl with 2 C's. Absolute unit. She chonk. Look at the size of this lady. Oh Lord, she coming. Another internetism.
What the fuck?
A couple hours later, they said, hey everyone, it's come to our attention that some of the references in this tweet are problematic and insensitive. We're posting here in this thread so that people who have engaged with this tweet will join us in our learning moment.
How's that problematic and insensitive? It's so adorable.
She chonk.
She chonk.
They call her an absolute unit.
It's good.
It's amazing.
It's wholesome.
It is wholesome. I don't know why people thought it was problematic, to be honest.
And insensitive. What's it insensitive towards?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Oh Lord, she coming.
Good Lord.
I mean, I think we reached a point where on the internet, people are nitpicking and finding the stupidest things to get upset over. But simultaneously, even the people that used to agree with a lot of sentiments are like, alright guys, don't you think we're taking it a little too far?
It's an otter. It should get a free pass.
It's an otter.
An otter.
Yeah, I don't think the otter cares that much.
So, how many of you guys are interested in JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? I know Lumberjack is, but unfortunately he's not here tonight.
I've watched an episode. I haven't really gotten into it, though.
I am not familiar with it whatsoever, except for the few clips of that one cowboy dude who swears in English for some reason. That's all I really know. That's about it.
So I guess it's only you, Rondo.
I guess so. So I just want to say I'm excited, even though I'm never going to be able to play it. There's a 20-player arcade battle royale with stands coming out in Japan.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I wish I could go to Japan to play it. But it's a battle royale, but with JoJo characters, and that's really exciting to me. I guess that's really all I have to say about it since nobody else is interested, but...
Hey,
That's still dope.
hey, all all you JoJo fans out there, probably check that out. I don't know nothing about it, but you should check it out. I'm sure it's awesome. Battle Royale, you like playing Fortnite? You like playing PUBG? Do you like playing Counter-Strike Battle Royale? Well, do you also like anime? This is perfect.
This is your game. This is a game for you. A game for me?
You will come. You will come.
You will come. Buckets.
You have no say.
Oh my god.
Oh, let's see. We're running short here.
Indeed.
Well, I guess Lucky's not coming back, unfortunately. So let's go ahead and get to this tape review.
Yes.
Max, you're the one that chose this one, right? The Leaping by Kame in retrospect?
Yes.
Alrighty, let me find my bot commands here.
I randomly came across this tape on SoundCloud, and I don't know what compelled me to listen to it, but I decided to give it a listen because, you know, sometimes I just feel like looking out for new artists and new sounds, and this one it was just really, really good. Like the vintage aspect of the beats and everything was really good.
So this first track is called All Together. The tape is called the Leap and Beat Tape. It's by Kame and Retrospect. Retrospect is spelled RTRSPCTH. So there'll be a link in the description. You can buy it on Bandcamp for $5. Just put it on SoundCloud.
I highly recommend you guys go and support it.
Yes, please support your underground artists. It was a very, very chill vibe. Speaking of weed, I wish I had one right now. I would love to fucking talk and listen to this.
Yeah, same. But it's incredibly illegal here, so I won't.
Next track is called Smoke Now, which I wanted to, but I can't.
What I also like about this track, it's reminiscent of producers like I hate comparing because I don't want anyone to take offense to it, but it reminds me of another very talented producer who goes of the name Ethan Bart, and just like him, the guys who are doing this tape, they're really good at manipulating all these. I'm assuming there are a lot of them like 80s R&B and neo soul samples and the like, and it's, for me personally, I have an incredibly difficult time putting together tracks with these types of samples, but these guys do it so effortlessly, and it's
Yeah, having had a year-long vaporwave and future funk phase, I can say that they're doing this the right way. It's doing very well. This next track is called Lonely.
The transition is smooth.
Yeah, this is really taking me back to when Sailor Wave came out.
Oh yeah, that was a thing for a while, huh? I think I have like a vague memory of
Sailor
that.
Wave was like one of the biggest vaporwave albums of future funk at the time. And then Young Bay's still doing stuff. I think he's getting ready to come out with Bay 5 actually.
I'm sorry, I'm surviving out this beat. This is really good.
Get used to the acapella. Like this. So this next track is called Lilly, I hope you're enjoying
We're gonna need a few screenshots of the chat so people don't think Rondo is hearing voices or something.
That's true.
You know I do that anyways.
Okay, well.
Oh, it looks like this tape was made entirely on an SP404. Next track is called Lazy Day.
Oh man, this beat is really drunk. It's such a drunk beat.
Yeah, it really is. I get sloppy in the club with it. Be like 45 seconds long.
It's a really, really quick visit to the club.
So I believe that was the end of that one. This next one is called Together. It looks like spaghetti. Spa together.
Together, maybe it's SP gather, I don't know.
Yeah, gather together with the SP404s.
I just want to say that this, like, I'm assuming it's like a snare clap combination. Like, literally, I hate using the term, it's been overused, been totally abused by the producer community, but it literally slaps.
It just literally slaps.
It's a slapper.
Like, if the producer told me that he sampled someone getting slapped across the face, I would believe him.
Just because of that clap, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This one is called About You. But about who? Exactly.
Little do we know, this beat tape has like a super in-depth backstory about, you know, a girl he really likes. But I don't know.
The crush piano was really nice. I really like this.
And I like the stuttering, the sample. Like, it sounds like it's been time stretched, but it's still like on beat somehow. Like, it doesn't sound bad.
Right. Almost sounds like they used first beat for it.
Oh yeah, kinda, yeah. If you put like, I don't know, like 1/16.
Right. This final track is called Power.
Power. Got that good power. Same. You know, I really like beats that can do this very well. It's like, it's such a simple thing to do, really, but like it adds so much. Is when you can, instead of doing traditional like kick, snare, you do like kick, snare, kick, snare. I don't know. It sounds really good when it's done right.
Just kick, snare. I really like it. At this point, kick, snare is just so overdone. It's like fucking first chorus. Who the fuck does that?
Yeah, like, I mean, I've been trying to do that a lot with my own beats. I'm like, my snares and kicks are all over the place now.
Yeah, I've been trying to do the same thing. And did I try to give a little variance in my hats and my snare? I've been trying to incorporate that a lot. Actually, I really enjoyed that tape.
That was, yeah, I really enjoyed the first time I heard it. It's a solid release where the beats, they don't overstay the welcome. In fact, I'd like to argue that some of the beats understay the welcome.
Yeah, actually. It's almost like the Chill Life tape, except even shorter.
Yeah, for sure.
Who did we just lose, by the way?
The bot.
What?
Wasn't
The
it?
bot.
Yeah, the bot.
Duh. Wow. Sorry, I told you guys I'm drinking. Sorry.
Alright, do we have anything else on the topic list for today?
I don't believe so. I mean, Roast Battles was on there, but I mean, Ramona's gone. Lily's mic isn't. Oh, Lily is back.
That's good.
All right.
Do we really want to sit here and roast each other though?
I'll start. Shay, you're gay.
Oh no.
Got that rhyme in there too. Oh.
Shit.
You know it. I'm a low-key rapper.
Max, you're
Yes.
whack.
Yes. Thank you. That's what I was gonna go for. Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
I'm destroyed. Career over.
Ended. Game over. Career over.
Game ended. I've been game ended.
Game over, man. Game over.
That really took a lot.
Hey, Lily, you're silly.
Wow.
Just
That's all I've got. I've got like one brain cell. It's
Okay, we love you anyway.
Wow, great roast, guys. It was a great roast battle.
very good. Top shelf.
Anybody have any good stories they want to tell?
Max.
I am not sharing those stories.
Okay, no.
I'm
There's a
not.
story that needs to be shared.
No.
Yes.
I'm good, fam. I'm fucking good on that. I'm keeping it here for like only real Ahegao Squad fans will know about it.
Alright, then I'm gonna
exclusive.
ask you about it after this podcast because you and Shay obviously know something that I don't, and I need to know.
Alright. You know, I think the worst part is that like I don't know exactly what story she's talking about. There could be multiple
There's
ones.
so many.
I think that's the worst part, probably. Yeah. What about the rest of you guys? You got any stories that are actually like appropriate to share like this?
I said it in the Discord the other day, but when I went to go get my MRI, I actually did get them to play fucking People Who Can Eat People Are the Happiest People by HentaiHaven.
Oh yeah.
That's sick.
That's great.
They already had it pulled up. Otherwise, I would have actually gotten them to play fucking B-Sides and Rarities Volume 3. Because I suggested it to them, but they were like, oh, we already have HentaiHaven pulled up.
Yeah, that's like my favorite volume by Rap, by the way. Volume 3 is so good.
Volume 3, special place in my heart.
And was it, I think it was either Volume 5 or Volume 6 that had that one track called Bruises with Subtle Nuance, is that how you say his name?
Subtle Nuance, yeah.
Nuance, okay, yeah, because that track is also freaking amazing. By the way, like, whatever happened to him? Whatever happened to Subtle Nuance?
he just stopped.
Bless
I don't know, is
you.
that,
He
Thank you.
literally just like stopped.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, because
like,
like
I
Connor
mean,
was like
I know
his
it's
biggest fan.
probably none of my business, but like, did something happen, or you guys decided that, nah, I'm not gonna do rap anymore?
I don't know, like all the information I have is just from Connor, because Connor used to like was literally like his biggest fan. But as far as I'm aware, Subtle just like stopped. But like 2 years ago, I think it was, in the EXO Discord, there was like I can't remember who it was, but his cousin like was friends with Subtle. It was like really strange. But,
Okay.
yeah, apparently he just got like super into politics, and that was the last we heard of him.
On that topic, is Rekadam still making music, or is he focused on his game right now?
He was like hella working on Band Saga, but then like something was wrong with his laptop. His like NVMe drive broke, I think, or something happened to do with his laptop. So I think he just was taking a hiatus. I'm not entirely sure, but I also like. I was gonna say he got not married recently. I think it was his anniversary recently, so he did something for that. But
Wow, well, congratulations to Rekadam.
that could be like months out of date. But I've not seen. Yeah, I've not seen a lot from Roger about. But I'm sure he'll be there for the EXO tape, as well as everyone apparently is going to be.
Yeah, the EXO tape win.
I've no fucking idea. It was just mentioned in a tweet, and then no one else. It just seems to
Not
like
even
remember it.
EXO knows.
Nah, I'm pretty sure Rav just like doesn't think about it, but it's just like I remember the tweet. will not let
That's what I'm
it
saying.
die.
We're gonna pull a fucking Dre, and it's gonna be like the same mystery with the fucking
Detox.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same situation.
Detox beneath the detoxic jungle and be like, thanks guys.
Ooh. If that was the actual title, I would be like, I love you guys, but
Nah,
fuck.
it would be some flaccid force type shit maybe.
Alright, well, I think we're approaching the end of our podcast here.
I believe so.
It's been wonderful, guys. I love all of you. I'm so glad you were all here this time. It's always good to have you guys with us.
You know, it's always a pleasure to be part of this amazing, super professional, and not horny podcast.
Yes, zero horniness, 100% professional.
Absolutely
are-
pure like the driven snow.
Yes,
Christian
rated E for
podcast.
everyone.
Yep. This is PG-13.
Is that because Ramona left? Is that all the energy is just gone?
You know, I mean, real talk though, since Ramona left the fucking podcast, we are like a lot less horny. There's been no comments about being hard or fucking someone. There's been no hate fucking.
This is true.
This is true.
Again, I love you, Ramona. I love you with all my heart, but I mean, am I lying? I don't think I'm lying.
Not lying. Oh,
She probably went off to go smoke bongs anyway.
No.
pretty sure that's what it was. Go get high with
Yes.
David.
Secret song,
Yeah.
my ass. Yeah, right.
Well, at any rate, thanks everyone for joining us. It's been a wonderful time.
Thank you.
On that note, everybody go ahead and hit stop record, and I'll send you the thing to drop your audio in.
Cool.
Okay.
Chillin' by myself, demeanor calm and firm. Spilling all this self, the season's on a turn. October comes around, a nice and loving hermit. I stand alone, burning bridges on troubled water like a deer. Keeping an open mind like an offer. No fears, depression common, but I know I'm a conquer. It's in the mirror, looking back at me.